lap, and we'll run them over the 5 laps that remain. We think it is Peter Blundell 156 who has come to grief on the top turn.
You'd better hope and pray that you make it safe back to your own world. You'd better hope and pray that you'll wake one day in your own world.
It is indeed 156 Peter Blundell who has problems over there on that top turn. At the moment the roof is being cut from the car to assist removing the driver from the car in order to ensure that no injuries are further exacerbated, possibility of neck and back injuries, so make sure that that driver is got out of there as cleanly as possible. Dave, if you can hear me down there, it really is now or never for Mark Taylor, please. If he isn't ready to go, can we have that car on the infield? Mark Taylor takes his place in the blue tops, then we're ready to go on the Formula 2 final. 20 racing laps, 33 cars are on circuit. And there's the green flag and away they go. And it's Mark Simpson in 871 and Steve Booth in 86 who make the fast start. Everybody safely away into lap number 1. 167 Bill Batten drops towards the rear and will run his race from there. End of the first circuit, 871. Mark Simpson from John Atkinson in 53. Steve Booth has a slight diversion over the infield in 86. Steve Dakin in 99 gets delayed. Rejoins the action. 244. Brian Fulton is dropping down the place and down to time. Arthur in 264. But 871, Mark Simpson. From 53, John Atkinson in 86, Steve Booth. Darren Gauchel in 558. Neil Moss in 874 is leading the yellow tops, chased by Andy Ford in number 13. Mark Taylor is the first blue to show in 790, and the first red is Eric Brown in 175, chased by his fellow Scott David Stanford in car number 83. Gary Kent isn't far away in 780, and Rob Speaks about to join them in car number 1. 871 has it. From 53 and 86. We've lost Derek Green, I think that is, who's parked up on the infield on the top turn, and Mike Dignan in 872 is pulled to the raft down here as well. Lots of shopping and changing of positions amongst those red tops down the placings at the moment, but 871 Mark Simpson still from John Atkinson 53 and Steve Booth 86. Andy Ford in 13, Neil Moss 874. Then it's Martin Buckley 54, 540 Andy Meek. Mark Taylor 790 and Rich Ludlow 224. Then it's 175 Eric Brown, 203 Tony Smith. Rob Speaking number 1, ahead now of David Stanford in 83. Roll them over on the far side for Steve Booth as he gets off the line and will lose ground. Now looks like his race could be run, but Mark Simpson in 871 still leads from John Atkinson in 53. Andy Ford number 13 and 874 Neil Moss, 790 Mark Taylor, 54 Martin Buckley, 54 Andy Meek, Rich Ludlow in 224. Eric Brown is flying in 175, but Rospeak is chasing hard in number 1. Then it's Ian Moss 875, 83 David Stanford and 622 Darren Bingley. The race leader is through again. High speed action from the Formula 2 stock cars. 542 Peter Gilbert just gets knocked offline and loses 2 or 3 places as the rest of the field go through. At 871 from 53, number 13, then it's 790, 54 and 874. Rob Speaking number 1 is now the first red top in the train. 224 Rich Ludlow, 83 David Stanford getting a push around from Darren Bingley in 622. Eric Brown in 175 just gets nudged aside. Then it's Neil Moss in 875. 53 John Atkinson has now taken up the running. The seat classes into the 264 car. 871 goes in, number 13 goes in. The rest just about managed to avoid, but 871. Mark Simpson has got himself caught up there. And Andy Ford in number 13 got delayed. We're coming up on halfway, Mr. Starter. Number 80 and 83 have gone out. Here. We'll go to red, Mr. Starter, please. Red, red, red. We have a major problem on that top turn, I think. Or rather, we've got a driver injured down here on the home straight. Just over there checking on the condition of driver number 80. Red flags have gone out. The restart will be in single file over the remaining laps.
Stop talking about who you blame when all the accounts is out to change. Stop talking about who you blame when all the accounts is out to change.
874 Neil Moss, Rich Ludlow 224, Eric Brown 175, 875 Ian Moss, 210 Norman Medechki and 540 Andy Meek. Green flag down and away go the Formula 2 cars again. John Atkinson in 53 and Mark Taylor 790 will lead them away. Into the top turn, a change of race leader as Mark Taylor in car number 790 takes up the running. 790 from 53, 54 and number 1. Then it's 874 and 224. Eric Brown putting the pressure on in 175. Norman Medechki is chasing him in 210. Then it's 875 and 13 getting a little bit out of shape. Bill back from 167 looks to go around the outside line, but number 13 Andy Ford won't give it up. And over down here goes Ross Peak in number 1. Will go to wave yellow. Mr. Starter as Ross Peak ladders the fence and rolls over onto his roof down here on the home straight. Now once again this circuit will come under caution. Race suspension in force. No overtaking allowed. 790 is your race leader, Mr. Starter. The world champion emerges from his car. Okay, we remove the number 1 car to the centre green then. And we move them away once again. .872 Mike Dignan gets his car clear of the circuit, a little help from his friends. Aerofoil of the Rob Speak car looks decidedly worse for wear. Mark Taylor in 790 then, John Atkinson 53, Martin Buckley 54, 175 Eric Brown, 874 Neil Moss, 224 Rich Ludlow, 210 Norman Medechki, 875 Ian Moss, number 13 Andy Ford and 622 Darren Bingley, still all to play for in the Formula 2 final. Green flag puts him under racing conditions once more. And away goes Mark Taylor in 7.90. Just 20 cars remain in the Formula 2 final. And 7.90 Mark Taylor leads them from 53 and 54, 874 and 210, 224 with 622, and it's 141 and 13. It'll be 5 next time, Martin, please, 5. Mark Taylor in 7.90 has left the rest of the field trailing in his wake in the Formula 2 final. .790 from 53 and 54, that's the 1, 2, 3. Norman Medeshkin 210, 874 Neil Moss and 224 East Road, Victor Mackay 141 and Dan Finger 622, and Andy Ford in number 13. We've lost Eric Brown 175 over on the far side. I think that's 167 Bill Batten on the infield on the top turn. Another big coming together down here as Rich Ludlow in 224 chucks the wheel off, 622 down, Bingley goes through. Loses a couple of places though. Wheel comes to rest up against the fence by the pit gate, and 7.90 Mark Taylor leads from 53, 54 and 210. Then it's 874 and 141. Number 13 with 188, 99 and 780. Remain, and Mark Taylor 7.90 leads the way. Here he comes through the top turn. This time it's the last lap board.